Amal and George Clooney have long been regarded as the epitome of elegance, intellect, and class in both Hollywood and global political circles. From the moment they tied the knot in a lavish ceremony in Venice back in 2014, they've been a power couple admired for their poise and grace. Amal, a world-renowned barrister and advocate for human rights, and George, an award-winning actor, director, and philanthropist, seemed like a perfect match. But behind the glitz and glamour, not all has been as picture-perfect as it appeared. Recently, Amal Clooney shocked the world by breaking her silence, not in a magazine interview or private letter, but in an open courtroom setting. As part of a sensitive legal proceeding unrelated to her marriage, Amal took the opportunity to defend her personal and professional integrity. It was in this environment, surrounded by cameras and under oath, that Amal subtly but powerfully referenced the emotional strain she has endured in her personal life due to betrayal and dishonesty. Although she never once said George's name directly, those who have followed their relationship closely quickly connected the dots. Her words were deliberate, legal, and tactful, but undeniably laced with heartbreak and fury. Amal stated, "Even those closest to you can become strangers overnight when their secrets are louder than their truths." That single sentence echoed across media platforms like a thunderclap, and within hours, speculation turned into widespread outrage. So, what exactly happened? According to sources close to the Clooney circle, rumors of a secret affair involving George had been quietly whispered about for months, even years. But now, the whispers are no longer rumors. Several insiders claim that George Clooney was involved in a discreet but emotionally intense relationship with a young European actress, someone he met while filming overseas. This wasn't a one-night stand or fleeting flirtation, it was reportedly a full-blown affair that lasted several months, and in some cases, involved clandestine trips and encrypted communication. While George has not publicly confirmed these allegations, his recent absence from Amal's side at key professional and family events has raised eyebrows. For a couple who once couldn't stop gushing over each other during interviews and award ceremonies, this cold distance is telling. Paparazzi photos now show them more apart than together, with George often spotted solo in Los Angeles, while Amal is seen navigating high-profile cases and public appearances in London and Geneva, always without her wedding ring. One insider revealed, Amal was blindsided. She's always trusted George, and to have this betrayal come from him, it shook her to the core. But she's strong. She's handling it with the same dignity she brings to every courtroom she walks into. Those close to her say Amal is focusing on her work, her children, and her truth. She may be devastated, but she is not defeated. George, on the other hand, is said to be struggling with guilt and regret. Despite his reputation for being charming and smooth under pressure, friends claim he's been emotionally erratic and distant since the truth came to light. He's reportedly trying to reach out to Amal, begging for forgiveness, but so far, she's refusing to let the affair go unanswered. Social media has been ablaze with reactions. Many are rallying around Amal, praising her bravery and class in the face of such a personal betrayal. Others are demanding accountability from George, expressing shock that someone with such a polished public image could be involved in such a scandal. While no official divorce proceedings have been announced, the signs are undeniable. Amal is making strategic public moves that suggest she's preparing for a transition. Some speculate that she's already consulting legal experts. Yes, even lawyers need lawyers when things get this personal. Meanwhile, George is reportedly seeking counseling and may be working behind the scenes to protect his reputation and assets, should a formal split become unavoidable. Amal's decision to subtly reference her private life in a legal setting was both symbolic and calculated. It sent a message: she will not be silenced, not as a lawyer, not as a woman, and certainly not as a wife betrayed by someone she trusted. What stood out most during Amal's courtroom appearance wasn't the drama, but the dignity. She didn't scream, cry, or accuse. She delivered her message with the same poise she uses to defend war victims and imprisoned journalists. And that's what makes her statement even more powerful. This wasn't about revenge, it was about truth. She reminded the world that even in personal tragedy, one can stand tall. And perhaps that's what viewers and followers are responding to most. Not just the juicy details of an affair, but the grace with which Amal Clooney is handling it. In a world where scandals often become messy and public feuds explode online, she chose to stand in court and speak with quiet power. And that silence, It was deafening. This story is far from over. Will Amal file for divorce? Will George come forward with a public apology? What will happen to their shared estate and children? The stakes are high, and the truth is still unfolding. So make sure you subscribe right now and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update as this story continues to shake Hollywood and beyond.